LEGO Star Wars is filled with some absolutely awesome aliens and creatures from around the galaxy, from Ewoks to Tals to Tusken Raiders and E.T. I think they're called Azogians. According to Bricknit, out of the 1143 numbered Star Wars minifigs LEGO's released in the past 20 years, only 186 have actually been alien species. 187 if you actually include E.T. But in my opinion, we need more. Now, don't get me wrong, I can understand why a lot of the species haven't actually been made, as, you know, some of them are all weird shapes and sizes and they might not translate well into actually like minifigure form, and I get that. However, I actually think the LEGO designers have nailed some of these species and we just need to see more variants of them, whether that's like the same molded head on a different kind of printed body, or, you know, just a few recolors of the same molds. You know, aliens do come in different color variants, for instance. So anyways, let's break down 5 of these species I think LEGO could actually easily add more of into their kind of upcoming sets of this year. And if you like the vid, then let me know in the comments down below, as I might do some more of these kind of Star Wars style stuff, because, you know, I absolutely love Star Wars. So in these 5 species I'm actually talking about, are they purely re-released head molds? Well, no. Some are a little more complicated, but most of them are actually way simpler. So from the overcomplicated one, the first one I'm going to talk about is this little guy here. Now this guy's called Salacious B. Crumb, which is the faithful pet of the one and only Jabba the Hutt. But this species itself is actually known as a Kowakian monkey lizard. And they are used quite a bit in the Clone Wars, with the pirates having them as like pets, and they actually also use them as their like fighting, gambling habit addiction as well. Now from what I've seen, they actually come in 2 color variants. I'm going to call it Salacious Tan for this one, but they also come in Clown. Yeah, clown. And that's not just something in Clone Wars either. You can actually buy this kind of clown color at Galaxy's Edge as well at Disney. So, you know, it would be awesome if LEGO produced more of these little guys, maybe in the 2 color variants. Now, I think LEGO nailed the mold on this guy, so they won't really have to do anything to it. It's just a fantastic fig, and it's a great little addition for adding to kind of like mock scenes and stuff. And it shows how much LEGO collectors want him, as he was in set 9516 Jabba's Palace from 2012 and is currently priced on Bricknit at £24. So that's about $30 US, and that's just mad. I mean, really? So the next species and worthy of a release in my opinion is the Zabraks. Now these horny devils are absolutely awesome aliens in the Star Wars universe, with obviously the most famous of them being Darth Maul, although he's technically actually a Dathomirian, which is like a half Zabrak. But there's also Savage Opress, which is Darth Maul's brother, Eth Koth, Aegon Kolar, Asajj Ventress, again another Dathomirian, maybe it's the Dathomirians, not Zabraks. But anyways, these guys are ace, and it's as simple as adding a new face print and this tiny little crown piece. It looks great. Now, LEGO did attempt to make a Zabrak without the crown piece, which I think is called Sugi from the Clone Wars, and it didn't really look that good, but these little crowns, they can't cost much for them to make. They're absolutely tiny. So out of the 18 Zabraks we've gotten, only 8 of them had this like actual crown piece, and out of those 8, 6 of them were more. All of these minifigs are particularly collectible, but the only random one we've ever gotten with this kind of crown piece on is actually a random Jedi Knight from set 75025 Jedi Defender class cruiser. He's actually just called Jedi Knight, so from now on in this video I'm going to give him a name and I'm going to call him Jeff. So the cheapest I could actually find Jeff on Bricklink was 36 quid, which is about $50 in America. I mean, that's just mad. And again, this is probably because of his uniqueness, because he's the only minifig to contain this piece in nougat, which is just crazy. He looks absolutely awesome, and we need more Zabraks like this in our minifig collection. A similar species in terms of adding like an accessory to the head is actually these guys, which obviously are Twi'lecks. For the species, we've only ever had 6 of these guys, which is just bonkers when you see the amount of them like walking around Clone Wars and the expanded universe of Star Wars. It's just crazy. Now, out of those 6, all of them are named, with most of them being this guy, which is Bib Fortuna, and Ayla Sakura that I didn't actually own because she's quite rare. Now, Bib Fortuna's head tentacle mold thing is very weird, and it is quite unique to him, but all his head mold is actually very similar to this Twi'lek here, which is called Ula, I think. You know, this is kind of the more common look you see with the 2 tentacles on the back, and then the most common variant. And like I said, if you look at all the others, most of the other Twi'leks actually have the 2 molds like this. So again, these guys are all madly collectible, with the most recent one being the re-release of that Ayla Sakura in 2017, who's currently valued at like 16 quid, so it's not too expensive, but we need more Twi'leks. Talking of other characters we see a lot of in the Star Wars universe that I think LEGO has perfected is Rodians. Now again, only 6 of these have ever been made, 3 of them being Greedo himself, with the first variant actually arguably being the best, which I don't have because it's the most accurate due to the arm printing, but his head mold hasn't actually changed. It's been the exact same in all 6 of these guys. Rodians in the expanded universe can be green, yellow, turquoise, so we could definitely get some more awesome colours for these. I mean, I even think Greedo's being turquoise as well, so. And now, last but not least, is a little bit of a weird one, but I've seen them spotted quite a lot around Clone Wars and quite a lot in the background of a lot of stuff, and that is the Bith Musician. Now, actually, these are actually called Biths, but the one that we only ever get is the Bith Musician that's in all the Mos Eisley sets, and these guys can actually be lots of different colours other than this. They can be pink, green, or white. So we could really get some awesome variants of these guys using like this current mold, which I actually think LEGO's absolutely nailed with this one. And I actually think this guy is actually one of my favourite minifigures in my collection. I mean, he just looks so cool. So I definitely wish they added these guys to more sets. 100%, just awesome. So there are my 5 aliens that I think LEGO need to definitely make more of, but let me know what aliens that LEGO have made in the past that maybe you want a few more of in your collection or you've missed out on, and now they're stupidly expensive, because the aliens out of the 186 do tend to be the most expensive ones, I find. But obviously most of those are also Jedi Knights, so that kind of makes sense. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, then smash that like button, and if you haven't already, then maybe consider subscribing, because I'm going to be doing lots more Star Wars content like this in the future. But anyways, as always, have an absolute awesome day.